Hi everyone, welcome to a new video, and today's video I'm going to be using Riverwalk from Madam Glam as our base, and this is another recreation inspiration set from VoTino, and it's my first Halloween set. I do love looking at Halloween nails, but I must admit they're not my favourite, but when I seen these I just absolutely love them. Oh, sorry about that. I had a little frog in my throat there. So it's more about the techniques, because these techniques, they're going to carry you through to, well, any design you want, basically. And it's a double ombre. So as you can see, I've done my base, I've cured it, the white. And now I'm just doing a black ombre just on the tip and round the cuticle area. Sorry, I'm a bit out of shot there. I'll come back in now. There we go. I've cured it, and now I'm just going in with a second one. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using pigments, and you can get your pigments from Nail Sugar, and I will leave a discount code in the description box for you. So once I've got the ombre the way I want it, now I think they look nice like that, but we put a matte top coat on, and now I'm just showing you, I've got a little brush there. I'm getting rid of a lot of the excess. We're using the orange for this, and as you can see how dark that's going on, so it's more like a burnt orange, and that's why we want that double ombre, because I'm going to use the same orange, but it'll just, go lighter as we go up and down the nail, like so. And that's what gives you the double ombre. And as I say, you can use this with any colour combination, that you want to. So I'm just going to blend it, and I'm lightly dusting this on. I'm keeping the centre clear, giving it a dust off, because now we're going to go in with the yellow. And again, I'm just lightly dusting that on. And that is how easy it is to, to create this look. So you've got a really nice double ombre going on. And now we're just going to go in with some more top coat. And this is a no white top, because we don't want the pigments, because they stick to matte. So we're going to do the design, so we need the shine on it. Now I should have buffed this down, but I've forgotten, so but it turned out okay. But you are best, you use the glossy no wipe top, but give it a little buff. Now I'm just marking out here where I want the eyes to be, because this is going to be our cute little monster. And once I start painting the design on, we're going to lose them, but it's just giving me a guide of, where I want the features. So we're sort of coming round there with the cheek part, and then we're coming down with the body. And once I've done that, we're going to give them a little bit of a, forehead there. And I'll show you as we go round. So just keep curving that around until I get the shape I want. I'm just making that a little bit thicker there. And at this point, I'm going to start filling this design in, because again, we're going to use pigment over this. That's why it was important, we had the glossy, so it's not, the excess isn't going to stick to it. I can just brush it off. So as I've used a bigger brush there, so just to fill it in a bit quicker. And once I've done that, I can refine the shape of it a little bit more. So I'm going to be using green, but I don't want that bright neon, so I'm going to mix it in with a bit of the blue. And again, that's just for the outline. So looks a little bit turquoise, doesn't it, that one? But once I just put the green on its own, it'll, come more to the colour that I want it. And even that, just play about with your colours, with the pigment, mixing them up. And now I'm just going in without any of the blue added. And as you can see now, it's just giving it that little shadow on the outline. But again, I'm going to be outlining this in, black. So yeah, it blends together nicely. So I'm just going to do the eyes now, and I'm doing 2 little dots. That'll give me that little heart shape because we want them to look cute. The hearts look nicer. So I'll just tidy that up a little bit, and when I'm happy with it, you can either put that in for a cure, then do the next one, or if you're confident enough, just carry on straight with the next one. So we'll pop that one in also. And when it's done, I'm going to pop that in for a full cure. And for the nose, all we're going to do is just a little triangle shape. That's all we need there. Nothing too fancy. And then, I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of shot here, and I'm just popping the mouth in. So it's just a nice curved line going across, and then we're just going to add some thickness to it. You know, keeping the ends, like a mouse, also keep the ends, quite narrow, and the thicker part in the middle. It just gives that nice little smile. We're going to pop a couple of dots on each eye, just well, for the pupils, and then that's just a little bit of the light reflection coming in. And now I'm going to top coat this again and pop it in for a full cure. And when you're working in layers, it's important for the top, for the top coat, on stages, because we want to keep it smooth. Otherwise, certain areas would be too raised. So I'm using Madam Glams black gel paint, and I'm just going to start off by outlining. I've done a little shadow on his little head, and we're just going to outline now. And I'm trying to do that a little bit curved. We don't want it just straight, so just follow it round, changing the angles of your brush as you're going, because obviously you need to do that. You couldn't do that all in one stroke, so just following it round, and I'll continue with that until the whole outside of them is covered. And once I've finished all the outline, I'm going to go in with some little lines going across. What you call just little stitches, aren't they? Yeah. And I'll be doing that all the way around. So as you can see, I've got very, very little product on my brush there. I've not cured the black outline, so it's basically just pulling what, gel paint I've got on there. It's actually pulling that through, because it is better to keep these lines as thin as you can. If you feel you need to have another little dip in, do so, but make sure you take most of the excess off, because as I say, we don't want them too thick, just nice thin ones. And I'm going to do exactly the same to the mouth, and I'm going to pull them from the top and bring it right through to the bottom. I needed a little bit more gel paint on this because I had already cured the mouth. So yeah, I'll have a little tweak about with them, and that's that done. So now we're just going to add some lovely little stars. So I've just popped a couple of dots on with my dotting tool, and again you can see hardly any product on my brush there, and I'm just going to pull those through. That one split a little bit, and then onto this one. But I will tidy that top one up with just a little bit of gel cleanse on a brush, and I'll pop those in now for a full cure. Now I've mixed some of the white, only a little bit, with, you can either use top coat, base coat, whatever, just to make it look a bit more transparent. And then when you just pop it over, you can see there, it just gives like that little glow in the background of the star, which looks really nice. It's just another little dimension to the nail. So I've got the other 3 nails all done in the first steps, and these ones we're going to velvet matte them, and once I've done that, we'll be using the pigments again. So with these, I only want them going in the lamp for about 8 seconds. Well, between 5 and 8 seconds, and there they are all done. And now I'm just going to mix the green with a little bit of the blue again. And this is just going to give us that darker colour, for around the top, and you can play about with it until you think the colour's right. So I'm just going to lightly dust that onto the black ombre. Yeah, just take your time with it. Don't press too hard. It's always best just to rub it gently. It's you just get a smoother application, I think. So once I've got that covered, I'll then I only clean the brush off by going backwards and forwards, you know, on the tissue paper. And now we're going to start blending down with just the green on its own. And it is it's like a neon green, this colour, but because you know, you've got the ombre blend, it doesn't look as neon-y, if that's a word. And in the middle, I'm just going to go in with the yellow pigment, and then I'll just lightly dust them over, just to get any of that excess pigment off. You can use a big fluffy brush, but I just wanted to make sure that that centre, you know, has got all the yellow on it. And there they are done. So that's the colours for the next three, and that's where we are up to now. Now I'm going to go over it with a no wipe top, and I'm going to use some black gel paint. I've I've already done the moon. I thought it was recording and it wasn't, but I can show you that. I'll probably do some more, so I can show you that again at a later stage. So I'm just marking out there, sort of, you know, the baseline where I want the design starting, and up in the moon is sort of, you know, the highest point I want it to go. So I will wipe that off once I've got that. That's the only thing with my freehand. I'm not that good at the dimensions. I always feel like I've either done them a little bit too big or a little bit too small. So, you know, I'm still learning and practicing on that. So we're going to do a haunted house on this one. So I've started off with just a square and leaving that centre without any gel paint, because we want to have that as, like, you know, the door going into it. And then I'm just filling that bottom bit in on the other side, because we're going to just do some windows now, but I don't want them sort of on both sides, so we'll leave the window on this one. And I'm just going to straighten the bottom up there just to make you know, look a little bit neater. But you could do any design on this background, you know. You could do trees, you know, just some crosses even, yeah, you know, something really simple, because the thing, you know, because of the way the colours are, it's really effective. So yeah, you know, just do any design you want. I just thought I'd go for the house, because that's what Tino had done on his. So I've just curved that other line underneath this, and we're just going to arch that over a little bit again and bring it down. So there we've got like another little archway. And, you know, sometimes I will sort of, you know, straighten them out a little bit. And, you know, they're nice with these little curves in. So I put the little point up there, and now I'm just going to block that bit in, which just gives that separation of the windows. And up here, we're just going to do another couple of lines, because we want it to look like it's got, you know, sort of different stages, you know, of the roof, not one straight flat one. That's what I mean. Sometimes really hard trying to explain, but you can sort of see what I'm doing there. So I'll just go round and give it a little tidy up until I'm happy with it, and then I'm just going to pop that last little arch in there. And, you know, you can have these windows as big or as small as you want to. So now, what I should have done, I didn't realise until I'd done this, but I used the black gel paint. Now, Madam Glam, it's you know, it dries, it doesn't have a sticky layer on it, and but I don't know whether I didn't quite cure it long enough or whatever. But I'm now doing the windows in the white gel polish, and I should have really used a gel polish for the black, not the gel paint, and then, you know, give it another top coat. So once I'd finished this, and I'll show you, I'd go into, you know, put the ombre into the window and the door. And a lot of my pigment was left on the black. So, yes, you can see there, look. So, yeah, bit of a rookie error there. But all I did, I ended up going around it again and filling it in. But, you know, really, you know, that should have been another layer of top coat, yeah. Because pigment, it like, you know, if there's anything it can stick to, it will do. So yeah, just want to take notice of. So, and you can see there, it's made it look, you know, a little bit bulkier, but fortunately, when I put the next layer of top coat on, it does smooth it out. So again, we're just going to add some of these nice little stars here. You know, use your dotting tool, and then basically no product on your brush, the tiniest little bit, and then just pull them through. And there's that one ready for its final top coat. So I was really pleased there the way it smoothed out the house, because I thought, oh gosh, no, I've ruined it. So anyway, on to the last design. There'll be two of these, so I'll just show you one of them. And using my long liner brush, I've just sort of firstly marked out the centre and pulled that down, and then going in on an angle either side for the other two. So if you've not guessed yet, it's going to be a cobweb. So again, I'm using gel polish because I'm going to put pigment over it. So just get those nice little curves going around, and just by moving the brush. Go on to the next one, and I'm leaving gaps between, a decent little gap, because I don't want it too, you know, too bunched together. We'll just do the same on that side, and sometimes I have to turn the nail around, but if you're doing this on a client, it's quite easy. You just ask them to, you know, turn the hand round for you, so you know, whatever angle is easier for you to work on. Once that centre's done, we've just got little gaps down the edges, so I'll try and show you here. A little bit too much product there, and we just flick them around also, and then I'll go around, turn the nail around and go up the other side, and we're using the orange and the yellow, so I'm just loading the brush up and giving it a dust off, and we'll just start now putting the orange on. I'm just gonna, you can see it's a bit darker at the top, then I've just lightly dusted it onto the next one and carried on with the yellow, and there we go, that's the set complete. So I really hope you've enjoyed the video, and there's some really nice little techniques there, you know, to practice as well, and I'll still be practicing them. And if you could, I'd love it if you could like, comment, subscribe and share for me. That would be amazing. So you all take care, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye.